Hey there, everybody. Sorry it's been a while. I've been really busy with the server and IRL. My family all quit the game because of the truce, and I'm not really much of a solo player. So, if anybody in NA is looking to team up, I am looking to start a new family. I definitely need a tank, probably a healer, and another DPS, but all that, I'm willing to take just about anybody. Just DM me. Pay to win are definitely welcome. You have to be experienced in PvP. You gotta be able to voice chat and be in the Americas. Sorry, but time zones are extremely important, and it is way too hard to play with somebody who has a 12-hour time difference. That said, if you haven't subscribed, now is your chance. Subscribe now, and when I get huge, you can say, I've been a sub since you were at 1,000. Okay, today we are discussing the Truce event. This is coming because in the upcoming update, the one being beta tested, Truce is ending. My question is this: is Truce ruining the game? Here's what I think. For older players, especially players who were around during early beta, raids were the main objective of the game. It gives you the PvP that you want and the thrill of the hunt to find all the best goodies that you can. For newer players, many prefer the Truce because they want to be able to not worry about losing all of their stuff in a raid. This makes sense, of course, which is why it is important to not force leveling up fast. A good base build and a team can be an effective way to avoid losing everything during a raid. Well, here's my thoughts. People play Frostborn because it is a completely different game from Kafir's flagship game, Last Day on Earth. In LDOE, you are meant to hoard your stuff, collecting things that you may need in the future. You never know when an item will become necessary, either in a season, an event, or even a new vehicle. Frostborn is the exact opposite. You fight real people and you steal their stuff, just like the Vikings did. You pillage and plunder people. You take their things. It is the point of raids and PvP. There is no other point than to take what they have. So the Truce. Truce has made it extremely impossible to find a raid that is not a bot raid. When we're matched, it's always the same families over and over. There is nothing fun when you raid the same family repeatedly, especially when those people always hide their loot in Odin's. You end up wasting your hard-earned lockpicks and hatchets to get nothing, because people can hide loot. Not everybody who raids is pay to win, so the lockpicks used are made from items you spent time grinding for. The best thing about raids before Truce is the randomness of never knowing what was going to happen. One raid might be a crazy good pay-to-win family who kills you and takes everything. The next family you raid against might be an even match, who fights you, but still loses a few chests of great stuff. And a third raid may be someone who started a raid because they needed to for a quest or a timer, and just lets you in the rooms so you don't break their walls. It's a misnomer that you must raid every 48 hours, even when it doesn't work for you. That's because your raid timer restarts when you raid. So if you have a 48-hour raid timer, but you cannot be on in 48 hours, you simply raid earlier and get a new 48-hour timer. If you raid at 36 hours, you don't have to raid again in 12. Your timer starts over at that 48. So I never understood the complaint of having to raid at the 48-hour mark. I do believe raids should have a longer timer. 48 hours is definitely not enough for you to truly get back on your feet for any normal player. 5 to 7 days is definitely more realistic, and I'm really glad the devs made this change in the upcoming update. I believe better matchmaking is a necessity. Matching based on raider level is not working because a player can get to level 99 in a week simply by grinding the hell out of Forest of Whispers. Because of that, you can easily end up with a team of 4 level 99 people who have played for 2 to 3 weeks and have absolutely no classes. Matched up against a team of 4 level 99s who have all 3 level classes, The problem here is the inequality of experience and the knowledge of the game. Matchmaking should be a combination of level, time played, classes achieved, etc. Because there isn't just one thing that makes you equal to another player. Even if matchmaking was done simply by the number of points you've invested, you are at least matched up with people who have had the opportunity to have the same class levels. At that point, it becomes who chose the better classes. I've been playing Mobile Legends lately, and I noticed they use a myriad of things to determine the matchmaking system. Now, obviously, not every one of those is possible in Frostborn, but I would like to see some changes. I also believe that people should not be able to store loot in Odins. I'm not sure how the devs would accomplish this. Some people suggest making Odins off limits during a raid, but that would just mean people would simply put the stuff in before they started a raid. If they reset Odins because of a raid, that means people would simply abuse raids to reset Odins. I think perhaps certain items should not be allowed to be placed in chests there. Just like you can't put a level 3 bag in Odin's because it's personal. Maybe if you couldn't place certain items in chests there, specifically items people tend to hide the most. Or maybe have Odin's reset when you start a raid, but it immediately puts a 24-hour timer on it where you cannot access it. So if you put stuff in it and start a raid, the stuff just disappears. And then you can't start Odin's again for a day. This might prevent abuse. Anything that's done would affect people, and certainly some would be unhappy. But all players, even the ones who hide loot there, would be mad if they wasted lockpicks they crafted, only to find every chest empty because everything was hidden off-site. I do believe the truce is ruining the game, because less people are playing. I can tell because less people are in the chats, less people are in zones. Partners are having trouble making videos because content is hard to get. People are switching servers, hoping to find more people. Frostborn is an exciting game. It really gives you the unique gameplay every single time you play. Playing LDOE is fine, but every single bunker video you make is going to be identical to all the other YouTubers' videos of that area. You can do Bunker Alva with a different weapon and different armor, but the bunker is exactly the same. In Frostborn, you can do Helheim, but it's never done the same way twice in a row. The mobs are in different places. Most importantly, the people you run into will always be different every time. So tell me what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think my suggested changes would work? How would you compromise if you don't like my suggested changes? At this point, truce is ending, and so we really don't have much to say, but I'm really interested in the ideas that might make raids better. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.